Hello, hi, and welcome to this episode of the Mandy Meyer podcast. As per usual, this is a podcast where we chat all about your health and fat loss goals, all about you achieving those goals and creating a healthier lifestyle for yourself. And as per usual, thanks to every single one of you who take the time out of your busy schedules to listen to this podcast. I really do appreciate it. And it also shows me just how dedicated you are to actually working on your health and fitness and fat loss. So again, well done if you have started working on it. Well done for absolutely smashing all those goals, and thank you for listening. Let's get into today's episode of this podcast. What I want to chat about is 3 things that could potentially be standing in the way of you and your progress. Now, I know that there's so many more things that could be standing in your way, so many more than 3 things, but I just 3 things that came to my mind that I wanted to chat about. And a lot of the times, these are, I want to say, 3 things that really get in the way of a lot of people's progress, right? And number 1 is that bloody scale. Okay, number 1 is definitely on the top of the list of things that get in the way of someone's progress is that number on the scale. So how do you move forward with, navigating all of that? And how do you move forward with making progress if that scale is the thing that stands in the way of you and your progress? Well, it's pretty simple. The answer is pretty simple. Get rid of the scale. Like, I know that it sounds ridiculous, but if that scale is affecting your actions, your behaviors, and your consistency, pack the bloody thing away. Like, you really don't need a scale for fat loss to take place. You don't need a scale to create healthier habits. So if you know that it is that number on the scale that is standing in the way of your progress, get rid of the bloody thing. Like, measure your progress in all other areas. Even if you 100% okay with that number on the scale and it's not standing in the way of your progress, still measure all other areas of progress as well. I swear, like I haven't looked for studies on this, okay? So don't take my word for it. But I almost swear that most people give up on their health and fat loss expedition because of that number on the scale, because either it's not moving fast enough, or because there's fluctuations, or because, it's just not going according to your expectations. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, you're making the most amazing changes. And now all of a sudden it's like, that scale doesn't say so. No, fuck the scale. Pack it away. Take the batteries out. Throw the batteries away. You don't need that scale to make progress, because progress is about so much more than that number on the scale. Number 2, the second thing that is standing in the way of you moving forward and creating consistency and creating progress is your all or nothing mindset. I know, I've been there. It's something that I've navigated in the past when it came to my health and fat loss expedition. It's something that I'm still navigating now on the business side of things, okay? So again, remember, you don't need to tackle everything now. If you can't do 10,000 steps, can you do 8,000 steps? If you can't get to the gym 5 times a week like you told yourself you're going to, can you get there 3 times a week? Okay. Oftentimes when you can't do the things that you have set out to do because either time is an issue or work is an issue, and they're legitimate reasons why you can't do it, your mindset goes from, well, if I can't do 10,000 steps, what's the fucking point of doing any steps? No, there's a lot of points. I can give you a lot of points as to why doing something is better than doing nothing at the end of the day, right? So again, it's that mindset shift of proceeding as per normal if you do go over calories, because that's another big area where people are like, oh, I went over calories by 50 or by 100, so what's the point of sticking to the calories for the rest of the week? No, there's a lot of reasons why, right? And again, it's all about your averages over time. So that all or nothing mindset needs to shift from what you're doing on one day isn't necessarily going to make or break your progress, but it's about what you do consistently over a long period of time. So here's what I want you to do. Along with that scale, if that scale is the thing that's standing in the way of your progress, along with that scale, you take your all or nothing mindset and you pack it in the deepest, darkest part of your closet, and you pack it away. You put a lock on that cupboard and you're like, cool, that's where I'm leaving you. Okay, wait, we still need to add one more to that area of the cupboard. One more thing to that area of the cupboard that you're going to be locking away. Number 3, your self-doubt. Okay, you not believing in yourself, you telling yourself that you are going to fail, you telling yourself that you can't do it, you telling yourself that you failed in the past, that is the thing that is standing in the way of your success right now. Because it's like, oh, I can't do this. Obviously you can't do it if you tell yourself that you can't do it, because you start believing your own cock, right? So again, yes, there are going to be things that are very difficult. There are going to be things that might take some time before you get to the point of actually smashing out, say, let's say use 10,000 steps, for example. Maybe right now you're not 100% capable of doing 10,000 steps, but can you do 5,000? Can you work your way towards 10,000? Where there's a will, there's a way, but stop, please. For the love of you progressing and seeing massive success, which I want you to, for the love of that, stop telling yourself that you can't do something and start believing in yourself more. Give yourself that credit for the things that you are already doing, for the changes that you are already making. Because I can tell you now, right? I can tell you now, you are making amazing changes already. And yes, so what? Maybe the freaking scale doesn't sort of reflect those amazing changes right now. Maybe that's also why you've been super hard on yourself. Maybe that's why you're telling yourself that, oh, I'm going to fail again like I did in the past. No, you need to start believing in yourself. You need to start being more confident within what you are doing. And I know it can be so difficult, but that means that, again, you would just need to start actioning those small little things, but also celebrate the actioning of those small little things. Celebrate the small wins that are not scale based, because those are the things that are going to boost your confidence even more. So again, like I said, the 3 things that could potentially be standing in your way, or some of the things, it's only 3. I know there can be a lot more, right? But again, it could potentially be that number on the scale. It could be your all or nothing mindset. And it could also be that you are telling yourself that you can't do it. So again, put all 3 of those things, the scale, your all or nothing mindset, and your self-doubt, put them in a box, duct tape that box up, put that box away in the back of your cupboard, lock that cupboard so that you can't get to those 3 things. And I can tell you now that you will see amazing shifts within your mindset. You will see amazing shifts within your consistency as well. And that is what's going to bring about your progress. All right. So again, pack those 3 things away and move on swiftly. On that note, I'm going to love and leave you like I usually do. Keep smiling, keep laughing, and keep being kind to one another. Much love, your friend who has also had to deal with all 3 of those things, Mandy.